Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of Let's Play Mobile Suit Gundam Story Mode, Part 2, Re-entry into Earth. Earth, one of those, I don't know. So as always, because this is the first time I'm actually ever saying it, you can actually like the page on Twitter at PTWR. You can follow me there as well at TheJAgamemnon, which I'm thinking about changing it to like Amuro Ray or Amuro J. I like the sound of that. I changed my Facebook to that, so if you want to follow me there, you can find me there at that name as well. You can also like the Facebook page, Punching Walls of Reality, and all this will be in the links, of course. And as always, every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central, you can listen to us live on Mixlr. That's Mixlr. Yeah, it's weird. LR.com/PTWOR. So as you can see, Char's looking extra fine right there, looking like a badass. Looks like we finished just in time. Yeah, you know what he just finished? Don't pay attention to that guy that just came online either. In an unprecedented operation, Char planned to attack White Base. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Anyways, just a really long storyline. I also want to say shout out to, damn it, it's off the top of my head. There was an unofficial Mobile Suit Gundam Facebook page. It was a fan page, and they shared the first episode of this. So if you're listening to this one, shout outs back at you. So yeah. So I kind of explained this in the last episode about combining upgrade plans. Gives you a little thing there, explains it. So once you get really good with that, you can actually find different ways. And it's really weird because whichever one you pick one first, it's going to use that stat's majority. So make sure you know which one you're picking, and then pick the other one, and then see how it combines to the previous one. Because the stats will change, so sometimes the weaker one might have the stronger stats once it's combined. So here I'm just getting a hang of it. I have a better example come later once I get an rank S mobile suit plan. Here this time, I got 80 team points. The team points, I kind of don't like them because in the previous games you just had money and you could just buy that, and I have a lot of money and I can't buy any of these plans, any of these perks, skills. So it just really sucks. I mean, I like that some of them level up so you can actually have like a little bit, and then you can level up later, so it's like 100, 300, and 500 points, stuff like that. This, boom, real time, getting into that action. That's so badass. But yeah, I mean, even though I have my gripe about that, at least in this game, you can have up to 6 skill sets. In previous games, it was only 4. So starting off the bat, I figured to go into Ultra Mode. That's what I'm calling it. I don't care what it's called. I keep forgetting to press circle. I think it was just because I wasn't used to the game yet. But you got to do it with the quickness, or else you're all out. So, man, I just really like how people just get destroyed in this game. Well, people, mobile suits. And the backgrounds, I don't know. Maybe it's just I didn't really take notice because I was too busy destroying enemies. But the backgrounds, they just look so expansive. Like sometimes I'm looking and I just feel like I am floating in space. Especially now that you can hover in the air when you're flying. Although it does run down your thruster gauge. You can actually stay suspended in air for quite a bit of time, and that extends even further the better your mobile suit becomes. So that's always like something cool. So you can sit there and do air battles, and even if you're not in the air, like that guy right here up above me, he's floating above me, I can just jump up there, see? And they float down eventually because once your thruster gauge depletes, you overheat and you fall down. Or you can just tap, I believe it's R1 to jump up and fly, and then you just tap it again and it unflies. It's kind of like Ultimate Marvel in that aspect. You do fly, unfly. I like how these little things, it's like an EMP. In the third game, they always annoyed me because they only seem to ever come out after you've already taken over an area. So it's like, oh, well, I don't have to waste my time killing all these dudes that only need 1 life left. Let me just go ahead and jet through them once I activate it. But here they just kind of pop out, and they come in really handy as far as when it comes to your gameplay and the way you handle yourself when you're playing. Because later on, you know, the competition does get tougher. It doesn't look this easy. Of course, I do make it look pretty easy. Make it look pretty free. But there was a point where I was fighting like 5 ace pilots at once, and I was on the verge. I was finally, like, for once on the verge of dying, and I was like, man, I don't want to lose like this. BS. So one of those bad boys popped out, and as soon as I activated, everyone powered down. I was like, yeah. Of course, one of the ace pilots didn't, so I had to still be really crafty and keep, you know, flying outside the zone and then coming back in. Waiting for my my special bar to activate so I can get crispy on these fools. Again, as always, you're always going to see that little R3. Boom, I get hit. So okay, that hit wasn't from any mobile suit. That was actually from I think it was Char's base. So you always got to watch out for these because they will take a good chunk of your life, especially later on once the game gets like serious and the difficulty level of the map, not just you know, easy, normal, or hard. See, I got hit pretty hard right there. It's not just based on easy, normal, or hard. Of course, in like previous games, each map is judged based on a 10-star difficulty meter, and these are all like 1 star. So the more stars on the difficulty meter, the more damage the opponents will do. The tougher they are to take out. The harder it is to take over areas on the map, and just overall moving around, you know, it's just a little bit tougher. Of course, it's a fun challenge, so definitely just levels up on the aspect that this game isn't just a hack and slasher, you know, because I mean, obviously I'm showing that it is, but later on when you see, look, I'm flying right there. Later on when you really get into the game, you know, if you really want to beat that level, you're going to have to play smart with your hack and slash, so it's kind of like the way people just think, like, oh, fighting games is just hit and punch. Oh, well, no. No, sir, there's a metagame. And I'm not saying there's exactly a metagame here, but there's kind of like a metagame here. So, but I mean, I think that's with just about any game, when you really think about it. So I was still kind of new to this whole battleship process. There's a thing called the Bombardier, a mobile suit, and you have a very finite amount of time to eliminate him. And if you don't eliminate him, I don't know what happens. I haven't let it happen. It's just kind of like in Lost, when well, I mean, eventually they let it happen, but for 2 or 3 seasons, you're like, what happens if we don't press that button every 24 hours? Well, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but all I know is it's bad, brother. Brother, it's bad, brother. So yeah, this guy's got like 24, 23 seconds. And it's real-time seconds. It's not like that BS like fighting game, like 24, 23, 22, you know, something like that. So yeah, taking out this this base was kind of tough. Overall, I know it's still a fun level. I mean, this is only part 2. And it gets a lot more fun later on. But just trying to figure out where the heck that dude was shooting from, I had no clue. Because I don't know how to use maps, apparently. So I just kept slashing everything coming at me, knowing very little about this game. And I don't know if they were in this level, but there's another unit called Ambush Commanders, and you have to take those dudes out before because they're guaranteed going to take out or take over any field that you've taken over or you started with. They will just go and do it. So you have to take them out. You can't sleep on these dudes. Just don't sleep on them. Take them out as soon as you can. And then you got to take out their origin, and sometimes it can be a little bit tricky, you know, because it's like they come in 3 packs of 3. So you got to figure out where they keep coming from, and then you got to take that field over. And even then, that I mean, that doesn't mean that the ambush commanders necessarily go away, especially not the ones that are already out in the field, because you're just letting them, giving them free reign to keep going out because you just want to finish the map. But if you're a completist like me, then you just want to like destroy everything that you're told is evil, or you want to destroy everything that's got a red bar above its head. See, just look at it, destroying everybody. Of course, I do show mercy every now and again, but I don't want to say it's voluntary. It's just like, hey, stuff's. See, look, boom, look at that, real time, dudes. We're falling to the earth, sort of. Not really. But it's still pretty cool because you see all that solar wind. It's just fun. White Base is entering this part of the story. This happened in real time. These were the events. People, Mobile Suit Gundam. So I'm flying towards the White Base. Gotta protect it. Gotta protect the waifu. And then eventually, towards the end, you gotta fight Char. There's another dude, I forget his name, but I think he becomes a pilot. I think you unlock him after this battle. Look at that. I think I pressed circle on this one. What's really cool about this mode is like your weapons. Well, I mean, one, they do more damage, but like, look at that lightsaber. Look how long it is. It's like it just popped a boner on anime. Just like, oh, I'm Amuro. I am legend. I'm what your mother told you to stay away from. Oh, Crown, that's his name. What kind of name is Crown? That's something I have on my teeth. So boom, you get to all recovery, and then you work your gauntlet. You work your way towards the gauntlet to get to Char. See, look how angry I was. Like, he didn't die the way I wanted him to, so I just sliced him. That's White Base. Another great thing I do like is I like the thruster gauge recovery. Like, I mean, maybe it's just because it's the original Mobile Suit, but definitely the stats are always different for every Mobile Suit. But as far as this goes, the thruster gauge, even when you deplete it and make it go into overheat, seems to replenish a lot more quickly. Okay, and so the lockups are a little bit different here as well. I haven't experienced them at the higher difficulties just yet, but when they do, I'll elaborate on them to see if they've changed at all. But compared to the first game, or the first 3 games, I should say, it's such a cool scene. So awesome. You know, so your thrusters, they go up a lot higher. So, but yeah, anyways, when you lock into battle in the previous games, you'd have to do a sequence. So it would randomize them, and then it would just be like circle, triangle, triangle, square, and so that's what you'd have to type in. Now it's more like QTE based, to where all you have to do is time it. Like, think like Ashra's Wrath, or even God of War to some extent. So Crown's dead. He's just dead. Zaku's weren't made for the atmosphere. This part's pretty cool. I'll let you watch it. Kind of makes you really glad that they didn't opt for a American voice actor version, because I have a feeling they would have really butchered it. Whee! But yeah, anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, I'm Amuro J, or J Agamemnon, whichever one suits you, fine. And thanks for tuning in. I'll have more later in the week. Hopefully I can get to part 3 and part 4 by the end of this week. And as always, follow me on Twitter at @TheJAgamemnon, all one word. It's got a derpy comic book face of a dude, so you know that's me. The digital papa of the 22nd century. You can also follow our main account at PTWR. That's Punching the Walls of Reality. You can follow us find us on Facebook, of course, punching the walls of reality. It's the big blue fist, son. And as always, follow us on Mixlr, Mixlr.com. That's Mixlr.com/PTWOR. And we go live every Monday at 8 p.m. Central. So make sure you tune in. And no matter where you follow us, of course, if you're on our YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And we do a lot of interviews and stuff like that, and with cosplayers. So if you like the cosplay stuff, if you want some suggestions, give them to us, and we'll interview those people on the podcast. But also make sure you hit subscribe. We also have a funny Tomb Raider one. We got Battlefield. That one's not as good, but definitely tune in. And thank you for watching. Leave us comments. Until then, guys, see you later.